We're talking about the problems that exist in local police departments, right? We like to call it the thin white line. So you take a look at what happened in Baltimore, right? And you say to yourself, how did we get here? You know, we're missing a big problem. Now, what's the big elephant in the room? And I would argue that the big elephant in the room here is diversity. So these big city police forces have tried to become more diverse, but America, let's be real, they're failing. They're pretty much failing. Let me give you a couple examples. In Baltimore, white people make up 28% of the population, but 50% of the police officers. In Philadelphia, where this week we saw protesters and the police lock horns, right, over the death of Freddie Gray. White folks make up 37% of the population, but yet make up 58% of the police force. In Sacramento, where whites comprise just 36% of the population, they make up a whopping 72% of the police force. And that's just a number, that's a couple of big cities. This is a national phenomenon. In major cities all across the country, where African Americans are majority of the residents, the police department does not reflect the community. So you have to ask yourself the question. There's a rift between the community and the police, right? We agree on this one. Yes, Richard, shake your head, we agree. Good. So if we agree that there's a rift between the community and the police department, then we have to ask ourselves the other question. How did we get here? How do we get to a problem where there's a rift between us and the police department? Answer. You have a police department that doesn't reflect the community. They don't understand the community's values. They don't have any cultural competency. So they believe that their job is to threaten, bamboozle, and force this community to quote unquote be safe and welcoming. We talked about this before on the show. The job of the police department is to keep the community safe, to serve and protect the community. When that service and that protection crosses the line, when you stop serving and you stop protecting and you start to brutalize, racialize, and bring your personal biases into your job, we have another problem. And that is indeed the problem that we have in a lot of major cities. Police departments feel that the only way they're going to get African Americans to quote unquote, or the community to quote unquote act right, is by just overt force. We'll run MRAPs down the street. We'll drive tanks down the street. We'll arrest people randomly. We'll just tear gas folks for fun. If you want to have, you have to create true and real partnerships between community and police, right? And the only way I can have is by real conversation. I say this over and over again. And also some more diversity in the police force, y'all. Some more diversity. Let's be real. Let the police force reflect what the community looks like and not the opposite way around.